I would also like to
Okay.
ask my bonus question, which I ask every guest.
Yeah.
What awakens your eros? What turns you on? Like, what makes you
Oh.
feel sexy and sexual?
Oh God. Oh. Okay, I'll answer this and I'll try to do my
The look on your face there, just by the way, you were like,
I'll try to answer this, and then after that, I would let you retire for the night. I don't want to keep you up. Number one, and I think my team started coming into the office as well. But what I'll answer when it comes to what awakens my eros, right? First of all, it's awake 24/7. Okay, so I actually made a video on this as well, where I want men to not be like this in life, but like this 24/7. And what does that mean? Orgasm 24/7 and erection 24/7. Why? Because when you're horny or when you're erect or when you're wet, the chatter in your mind comes to a standstill and the desire for expression becomes pure. All right, because it comes in a very organic fashion. I'm not putting on a suit and tie to go to a job because I want to earn good money, for example. That is just too complicated. But if you will simply look at a person when they're alone in their house and they get a desire for sex, that is the purest behavior that they can exhibit. That is the closest they can come to nature, getting rid of all the humanity that we talk about and coming to the simple animalistic nature of man for what it is. Now, after that, let's say you engage in sex and you come, you literally leave the world for those few seconds, right? And I know that coming is not the most desirable endpoint of sex. The whole journey is worth it, and there's a lot of ways to look at this, especially from your particular perspective of tantra and the way Hindus look at sex. But think about the moment when you come. It's like you don't, I won't say you black out, I say you white out. Like your eyes will definitely express things which you really, for a change, you might want to put a camera on the bedpost and look at how you are when you actually come, because your entire body contorts itself and you lose conscious control from the mind if you're not someone who's very, very repressed in a lot of ways. Like if you are someone who's very awkward about sex, then when you come, like guys, when they come, they're so stupid. When I come, I'm like a fucking woman howling. All right, like I couldn't give a fuck. And I'm not even talking about howling in the female sense. I just mean in the way I express. I take massive inspiration from the feminine, because when the feminine comes, it is a fucking sight to behold. But when guys come, it is such a fucking stupid fucking thing to see. It's not, it's not that much of a poem. But like when a woman comes, it's like a fucking poetry in motion kind of a thing. The way the waves take over her body, if you know how to obviously, make her have that kind of an experience. So the thing is, I take inspiration from that because I wanted to be in that state of purity 24/7. And that means that I live my life being erect or wet 24/7. How do you become erect or wet all the time? When you get true desire, when you get desire, which is basically not in your control. This is what comes naturally to you. So the way you discovered your calling, because the curiosity and drive to figure out about sex and learn was coming naturally to you from the age of 10 when you were watching the Discovery Channel. That's how you're living life now,
yeah,
right? And
100%.
that's why you're coming closer and closer to who Leola was maybe born to be here. So that at least when she leaves this world, the storybook of her life is filled with multiple stories that are a beautiful journey in themselves. There is no end point, all right? Because you've come and you're going to go, right? But at least the time you are here, it is worth it. So that is the gift that all of us have. I think it was Joseph Campbell who said it is the privilege of a lifetime to be who you are. And I don't know if it was him or if it was someone else, but it is a privilege. So if getting to fuck is a privilege, which is a very positive action that all of us look forward towards, Men try to get a better job in order to get a better girlfriend. Women are putting on more makeup and getting surgeries in order to get a richer fucking boyfriend. Again, I'm generalizing, but you can look at the trends, right? So if you can cut down all that bullshit and come back to you instead of putting on the faces that you're putting on, that's gonna keep you hard. Where being hard like that, all the choices that you make will be there to keep you hard. You're not making choices or decisions that are trickery or manipulation, like how a guy might try to get into a girl's pants in a place like India by lying to her, where on the fucking first date he tells her, I love you. Do you fucking even know the meaning of what love is? But in India, Bollywood has put this fucking idea in their head that love is from where romance starts. And that is why they all want to be fucking Shah Rukh Khan from day one. I don't know if you know who Shah Rukh Khan is. But he's like one of the most...
male version of Brad Pitt, or the Indian version of Brad Pitt.
Yeah, like one of the... Definitely not even... Like one of the most popular like Bollywood actors, right? So they would do what they've seen him doing in movies. Alright. And they will lie and trick and manipulate. And sometimes it is even from a good intention. It is not from a bad intention. But this is all running away from Eros. All of this is running away from Eros. This is who you are. This is a natural part of who you are. Your genitals are in the core of your body, not on your face. I don't care what you say with your face, because I can feel the heat radiating from within your legs.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you live with that heat, which is coming organically, and you start making life decisions based on that, does this fucking turn me on or no? Me putting on a suit and tie, getting a big ass paycheck. My dream was, my father was a general in the military of the Indian Army and he's a doctor. My dream was that my first paycheck should be bigger than his at 60 years of age. Mine at 21 should be bigger than his. Did I get it? Yes. Was I as hard as I am today? No. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
So running away from, like you asked me what is my Eros, what turns me on? This is what basically turns me on, where every moment of my life, I'm not fucking filtering myself and I'm living in a way where I'm not hurting other people. I'm not hurting others. In fact, if I'm living the way I am naturally meant to live, I'm only going to benefit other people. I'm not going to be hurting anyone else. All right. But if you think about it, this was a very smart way of me to take the question away from what turns me on.